What's going on, YouTube?
On Instagram earlier this week saying that he felt it was fishy that Colin Kaepernick hasn't been signed by a team yet. President Donald Trump also adding that his political stance is a reason why he's out of a job, and the president is happy about that. Richard, can't wait to get your thoughts on this subject. Do you think that Colin Kaepernick's being blackballed by the NFL?
Fuck yeah.
I'm sure he is. It's difficult to see because he's played at such a high level, and you see guys
Back-to-back NFC Championship games,
played at a high level
Super
being
Bowl,
signed by teams.
even though he
It's
lost.
difficult to understand. Obviously he's going to be in a backup role at this point, but you see quarterbacks. There was a year Matt Schaub had a pretty rough year and got signed the next year, so it has nothing to do with football. You can see that they've signed guys who've had off years before.
Mark Sanchez, Gino also getting jobs, yeah.
Great fucking point, Sherman.
And let's be real here now. We're talking about really a team that has
Nothing.
with winning right now. They're going to go out there looking for a quarterback. Cap wants to try to get one of those jobs. A team's already said we have issues with winning. Now we're going to bring in something that really may bring about more issues. I refuse to call it a black ball since he was just on the field when the season ended. And we only have this off season. Let us get some real time in before we can point and say he's being blackballed. Now, if he doesn't get any opportunities this upcoming season, then that's a different thing. But let's start looking. Let's give it some time before we start saying everybody's blackballing.
Right. It's like we can see it coming. I think everyone sees it coming, and so we're jumping the gun a little bit on it. The dominoes have to
Everyone
fall.
doesn't see it coming, man.
Well,
When it's not,
many
we
people
don't see it.
Let me rephrase. Many people see this one coming, so I think are jumping the gun a little bit. I think in your case, jumping the gun a little bit because the quarterback dominoes have to fall. Got to figure out where the best guy's going to go. Where's Tony Romo going to wind up, right? Then you have to find out Jay Cutler and Kaepernick, though, once he was on his way to being elite and came one great Richard Sherman play away from going to back-to-back Super Bowls, it's in there. So nowadays, he's like replacement level. So, and I'm sure he's looking for a starting job first. So you got to see what jobs are available. He's going to want to get one of those jobs. If they don't exist, then, and if that doesn't happen and he's not signed as a backup, then we can
So
say.
wait. So you just said,
Yeah.
you're sure he's looking for a starting job first? So he's not walking in saying, I'm willing to take and just give me the opportunity.
I would assume
He's
not.
saying, I want to start. Who? Right now. Who? I don't mean to sound like an owl, but one more time. Who is going to give him the starting job right now?
Sherman, go ahead.
But you don't have 32 starting level quarterbacks in this league. You have about 8 elites, and then you have the rest of the league. You have about 8, 9
Yep.
elite quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Then you have 2, 3 who have the potential to be elite, and then you have the rest of the team. So he could play and start on a ton of teams in this
Right.
league.
No, I'm not
At
saying
his
not
best, he would be a starter on probably 20 of the teams in this league.
And I'm saying that may be a possibility. That may be true.
But you're telling me that you're going to let other guys, you're going to pick up some of these other guys. I'm not going to say their name, but you're going to pick up some of these other guys, right? And tell me, they're starters.
Well, I don't mind. Let's say some of the names, because the truth is the truth, and we can go to the tape and talk about it. The Ryan Fitzpatrick, the Matt Shaw, all of these guys get other jobs. I understand and everything. Yes, and you're right about that. This guy should deserve another opportunity. But he probably right now is thinking about getting a starting job, guys, and it's somewhere in between. I'm not saying that he's being blackballed, but I'm also
You in denial.
that he's willing to say, let me get just an opportunity. Both of them, if he was probably saying, look, I just want an opportunity, maybe he will get an opportunity.
Mike, Rich, work with me on this one. I agree with Richard. I think he's being blackballed. But I also think he brought it on himself in this respect. My position with Colin Kaepernick when he kneeled for the national anthem is that he's an American citizen. He has every right to take the position that he took. And when he pointed out that he didn't mean anything towards our American military men and women, that it was to address racial injustices in this country, I
Boom.
applaud that. The problem was he then turned around and ignored the number.
But let the rest of America tell it. He was kneeling to disrespect fucking America.
He didn't just not vote. He announced to the world
You
that
fucks
he would-
want to say he was disrespecting America.
Let me explain. Because what happens is that when you took the position that you took, with 66% of this population, American population being white, you know those owners, all of whom are white, all of whom are billionaires, were going to have a problem with them. But it's pretty difficult to be so flagrantly against him if the black community and other communities stood up in unison on behalf of Colin Kaepernick. Once he decided to announce that he wouldn't vote, thereby alienating a segment of the minority population, it gave them justification to even harder because they knew they wouldn't have to worry about but so much leaving him out the way that he has, which is why I agree with him.
And see, here's the problem. Here's the problem right here. We're making it too much about everything and it's not enough about the main thing. The main thing. Let's keep the main thing the main thing. If Colin Kaepernick had done all that you said and then didn't vote and said, I don't even trust the process, like the president said himself, I don't trust the process, and that's why I didn't do it. But he turned up on that football field like he did a few years ago when we watched him in Green Bay and he does his thing. We would have seen him get signed immediately. It's not just
3 years, 3 head coaches. What fucking quarterback can survive and thrive with 3 quarterbacks and 3 systems? 3 years. He had a new coach for every year.
How much are you giving me on the field will determine how much I take from you off the field. I know this. If you're giving me play up here, I'll take some stuff from you. If you're giving me play down here, scoot a little bit, hit the door.
He's not lying. He's not lying again.
Michael, how much help has he had around him, though? He's had changeover the coaching up top.
Ooh, nobody wanted to allude to that point. Thank you, Molly.
Benefit of the doubt with that.
And I'm not saying that that's not true. I'm not saying that's not true. But we still measure you on the product put on the football field. And we're expecting Colin to raise him up because remember now, just a few years ago, he was the next thing. I mean, he was raising people up. Then he raised them all the way to the Super Bowl.
Let me get to my point because I want Richard to piggyback off of this. Yes, a 3-16 record as a starter over the last 2 years, completing just 59% of his passes. We get that. We're understanding that.
On a bad team.
Hold on, Molly. We understand that the bottom line is he's been subpar, so it's easier. Certainly, you're not going to be blackballed if you're playing like a star, but the fact that you're pointing out his mediocrity in terms of his performance. That's, to me, what justifies what Richard said and what I'm piggybacking on.
And I'm not saying that you're not totally wrong. I'm just saying it's a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Okay. You guys are trying to make it all blackball. No, and I'm saying it's not all blackball. It is.
And it's also early in the process, guys. It's still not, the process has not played itself out yet.
It's not early in the process. In free agency, it's not like any other league. Free agency, all the action, you see all that quick action happening, and then everybody waits.
But isn't it a logic, like, when the top option, which is Romo, has not been dealt with yet, then Cutler and Kaepernick and everyone else are kind of frozen until that domino falls.
But Mike Glennon's dealt with.
Because Mike Glennon's dealt. I mean, other
Backup quarterbacks.
Exactly. But nobody wants to acknowledge that.
You can get the best possible backup who hasn't really started yet on a relatively cheap deal considering what starters get paid.
15 million. What did he get? 15 million?
Yeah.
Like 80 a year or
Yeah.
something like that, right?
No, I think
He got 19 million guaranteed
Yes.
over how many years? 45
That's
million
a
for 3 years.
3-year deal.
Over 3 years, 19 guaranteed over 3 years is about $6 million a year.
No, it's like 15 a year, though.
Yeah, he's getting 15 a year.
15 a year for 3 years.
Yeah, he's getting.
That's big boy
No,
money.
you're talking about the guarantee.
No, you're talking about the
In other words, when
guarantee,
all else fails, he's gonna pocket 19 million,
Oh, yeah,
but
okay.
he could earn as much as $45 million.
Yeah, but we count guaranteed dollars. Let's
No,
be
but I mean, so for one year,
But is
he's
Mike
getting
Glennon
$19
better than
million.
Colin Kaepernick?
That's starting quarterback.
No, Mike Glennon not better. He's not better than Colin Kaepernick. But Colin Kaepernick is not so much better than Mike Glennon that I would take him
So
on
it's the
with
issue.
all that he's going to bring also.
Oh, boy, you are the... Boy, Michael Irvin, you are the definition of fucking coonery, man.
Well together, but don't tell me that those owners who are looking at their bottom line and looking to continue to ingratiate themselves with the paying public doesn't pay attention to somebody who's alienated half of the American population.
You know what you're like right now? You're like my wife. Sometimes, because we get in an argument right now, you know, I'm talking, she's talking. When nobody's listening, we're just waiting to speak. I just said the same thing. That's what I'm saying, the same thing you just said. We saying the same thing. She hates when I do that.
And you just pointed out your wife on national television. You gotta go home. You know better than that.
Keeping it real goes wrong.
Oh, Stephen A. a beast, boy.
Richard, thank you so much for being with us. This was so much fun. Appreciate your perspective. Please come back again.
Man, sorry, man. Sorry, y'all, that this, you know what I'm saying, that
Tony
this
Romo
is...
is still a member of the Cowboys. We'll ask Michael Irvin where he should be playing next year and much more.
I feel sorry for Mike in these next 2 seconds.
I don't think he'll be the top.
Now, what I find funny about what was just said on that, you know what I'm saying, that little podcast or interview, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Molly mentioned the fact that 3 head coaches, 3 years. Now, I'm talking to the real NFL fans, not the in denial cap haters out there. Also, by the way, fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, let's call it for what it is. What quarterback, what professional quarterback do you really think in this system, I mean, in this league, can go through 3 head coaches in 3 years?
Can I ask you a question? Why are you 3 inches tall? Why aren't you?
Trust me. Drop it in the comment box below. I'm waiting to hear that. Wanna know why? Because I know you can't tell me. You won't be able to tell me. No fucking quarterback will be able to survive three different head coaches in 3 years. Get the fuck out of here with that, man. And you also look at the team that was around Kaepernick. All of a sudden, Patrick Willis retired. Amon Brooks retired. Alden Smith goes to the Raiders. Fucking Justin Smith. Who knows where that guy went? Let's see. On the offensive side of the ball, Anquan Bolden ended up going to who? My point. You know what I'm saying? Vernon Davis ended up going to Washington, if I'm not mistaken. Like, all of the you know what I'm saying, the pieces that makes a quarterback successful, you know what I'm saying, receiving options, a good running game, and a hell of a defense. You know what I'm saying? I find it funny that people can say, you know, Cap was, you know, wasn't getting any better, or, you know, he wasn't doing this or wasn't doing that. Again, 3 head coaches, 3 years. I said it earlier, I'll say it again. Drop me. If you who's watching this video can name me a quarterback that's had 3 different systems, 3 different head coaches, and was still able to put up over 4,000 yards passing, let me know. And I will come out on personally and say I'm fucking wrong. But because I know that you can't, I'm not going, you know what I'm saying, saying I'm sorry or anything like that, because that's blasphemy and that's bullshit. And the fact that y'all are sitting here saying that Colin Kaepernick doesn't deserve a chance, especially in Houston. I'm talking to the Houston Texans fans. I'm talking to the people on YouTube. You really want to sit here and say that Cap doesn't deserve a chance to play in Houston? But you'll let Romo come here and get injured and basically walk away with money. You would much rather, you know what I'm saying, deal with that versus a man that can put pressure on the defense with his legs. Look at the receiving talent that we have here. They would make him better. You know what I'm saying? As per usual, like, sub, and peace. And I'm still, like I said, drop me if you really can name me a quarterback that's had 3 different head coaches and 3 systems for 3 years. You know what I'm saying? For every year that he had a head coach, a new head coach, he had a new system in place. So, like I said, if you can name me a quarterback that can do that, I'll come out and personally admit that I'm wrong. As per usual, like, sub, and peace, man.